Hello? My friends? My friends, are you here? Hello, hello! I hope you're doing well. Oh, I moved it to a new screen. Hopefully you can hear me okay. Bop, 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 bop. Hi! We did it, you guys. We started a stream. And then we ended a stream. Like, we started a stream this morning, and now we're starting a stream in the evening. I'm feeling full of energy, too. How are you? Hello, hello. Oh my goodness. I started this game. This is a horror game and is not intended for all audiences. I like horror games. I'm the audience. So I think we're fine. Honestly, I don't know anything about this game except I guess it gets dark. And I know that it has, I think, full voice acting, which is really, really cool. Whatever horrors you may find in these dark spaces, have heart and see them through. There are no premature endings, there are no wrong decisions. There are only fresh perspectives and new beginnings. This is a love story. Ooh. Let me adjust my mic thing a bit. But yeah, how are you guys today? I hope you had a good day so far. Or a good evening. I'm good. Where the custom thumbnail art comes from. I commissioned it. I was like, I want something fancy. I'd commission stuff more often, but that costs money. How's the BGM for the game? I'm wondering if it's low, if it's high. Let me turn it up just a bit. You can't hear it much? So I turned it up. I turned it up pretty high, actually. But yeah, I'm looking forward to being able to play this game. I've heard... I don't know what happens in it, but I've heard interesting, like it's an interesting game. It seems okay for now. Alright, so I know it has voice acting. Tell me if you can't hear the voice acting once it starts. I don't know if there's any controls that we need to worry about. Oh, let me screenshot this. I don't trust myself to remember how to save. Let me screenshot this. Now I need to know, now I know how to save. I know nothing about the game. Yeah, we're gonna be diving into this together. And I heard it's not terribly long, so I think it'll only take like a couple streams to do. So that's also a big plus in my book, is that it doesn't take too long to beat. Alright. I say we get started. Let me see. I don't know. Let's just do it. The hero and the princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
How's that? Too loud? Too quiet? Just fine? Volume is good? Yay!
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
I like this BGM. Oh, look at this. You have choices in this game. Oh, it moves! Oh, I wasn't expecting that. I thought it was more like a visual novel. Explore the end of the world. What are you talking about? Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up? Killing a princess seems kind of bad, though, doesn't it? Wow, there's so many decisions in this game. Oh my goodness. Can't someone else do this? Forget it, I'm not doing this. Have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending? Ooh. But it's... Oh, the main character has a personality, clearly, from this. Clearly he's against all of it. This is hard because there's so many decisions. Do I get a reward for some sort for doing this? Oh my goodness. Okay, thanks for telling me. Oh wait! No, never mind. He's for it. He's for it down here. Killing a princess seems kind of bad though, doesn't it?
Does it? Are you a monarchist? Is slaying a princess that much worse than slaying a fisherman or a miller or a seamstress? If anything, slaying a princess is much better than slaying a seamstress. Seamstresses contribute something of value to society.
Oh. Oh, you can choose more than one option.
I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people.
I just realized I'm blocking the dialogue a bit. How much? What do? There. I scooched over just a little bit. Let's see. That's true, but how can a princess locked away in a basement end the world?
Don't linger on the specifics. You have a job to do here. Just get in there and do what needs to be done. We're all counting on you.
Are you? Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up?
While I appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock.
Oh.
Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up. And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation. Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point.
What?
If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that. It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything.
There are no wrong choices, only fresh perspectives. Well, that's interesting.
Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
Wow, so there's so much to... Look, I'll go to the cabin and talk to her, and if she's as bad as you say then she is, then maybe I'll slay her. But I'm not committing to anything until I've had the chance to meet her face to face.
Then I guess we'll just have to see what happens. But a word of warning. If you go in prepared to hear her out, she could easily trap you in her web of lies. And the more you listen to her honeyed words, the harder it'll be to pull yourself out.
Hi, how are you? Oh my goodness.
Then each and every one of us is doomed. So sure, go, talk to her. See how that turns out for all of us.
Oh, now we
You
go.
make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
You got your copy of Daybreak 2? That's awesome.
We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
No choice but to proceed to the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
I guess the princess is here though, right? She just let it sit there? Take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
Enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place.
I'll save. I don't trust myself. How do I get rid of that? How do I get rid of that menu?
Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
How do I get rid of it? I got it there to save.
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Oh no, I don't want to auto. How do I get rid of this up here? What's the right button? Where the heck is it? There's no button for that! Shift A? No. It appeared and now it won't go away. No, to get rid of these. Get rid of these at the top left corner. Right click takes me to the save menu. No, that wasn't here before. It totally wasn't there before. Unless you could, like, it was totally not there before. Ah! It's fine, okay. I like just seeing the pretty artwork. Let's see. Hey, I think I'm here to kill you. I don't want to say that. That's so blunt. I think I'll just continue down the stairs. I guess it's creepy, but...
Good. You're still listening to reason.
Move the chat. It's covering the dialogue box. Oh, yeah. I guess you're right. Now you'll cover the ugly menu. There. I didn't even realize that. You were right. It was covering everything. Okay. You guys now cover the ugly menu. The menu is beautiful, don't insult. I just like seeing the artwork. It's warm over here anyway. Now it's gonna cover the princess dialogue. What do you want from me? Okay, hold on. Where am I gonna put you guys? Here? No, because then I can't see you. Where the heck are you guys going? What if you went behind me? No! What if you went behind me? Over you maybe. It's over me now. It's the only option we got. Hold on. We're gonna figure this out together. I'm gonna make you smaller. How do I crop you? I'm gonna crop you. I know you can't see the bottom of it. I'm working on it. We're gonna make it like this. I'm working on it. How's that? That seems nice. That seems like a fair little one. A fair compromise. Good point though. Wait, I'm gonna move me just a tiny bit. Just a tiny bit. There. I'm a tiny bit below you. Alright, now we're perfect! Hopefully. Hopefully we're perfect. Alright, now we're gonna go slay this princess. Maybe.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Oh, yeah, so the dialogue is right here. Okay, good. Now we're perfect. What? No way. Why would you even think that? Okay, yeah, you caught me. I'm here to slay you. No, I haven't decided yet. I'm just here to talk. Still your nerves and step forward. There's so many decisions to make in this game. I wasn't expecting that. I'm gonna say I haven't decided yet. Or no, I'm here to talk. That feels like I'm lying. I don't want to be a liar. I haven't decided yet.
How about you drop the knife and the two of us just talk?
Look how reasonable she's being. We should just drop the blade and talk things out. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster, but killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
Ooh. Now they're making me choose. And this is like, stab? Don't stab. It's not even talking at this point. If evil, why cute? Exactly. I'm gonna say drop it.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Thank you.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face, unarmed.
Oh, narrator isn't happy I did that.
We'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
Okay.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
Oh. Yeah, it's pretty awkward. A relationship? You coming on to me? How would I get you out of here? I'm here because you're supposed to end the world. There's people out there who think you're gonna end the world. What do you have to say to that? What's your name? Oh my god, so many! I know I keep talking about how many decisions there are in this. I'm like, overwhelmed. I'm spoiled for choice. I want to be nice. What's your name?
She hesitates before answering.
You can address me as your Royal Highness.
Oh, she don't
Or
like
Her
me.
Majesty. Any honorific should do, really.
Note the lack of detail. You can't trust her.
I'm here because you're supposed to end the world.
Don't just tell her that.
What?
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think. I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here a long time.
Just how long has she been down here?
If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so dangerous?
Yeah, it's hard for me to fathom. She has such a dark expression, though. She does look pretty evil here. Deflect. Ooh, there's different options. What are you going to do if I let you out of here? I've been told enough. I was hoping you'd tell me. No, but I'm sure they have their reasons for keeping that information secret from me. No. And if I'm being honest, I'm more inclined to trust you than I'm inclined to trust them. Is Is there a let's destroy the world option? Can she really destroy the world? Can we do it together? That would be cool. Let me see. I could be like, I could appeal to her like that. Yeah!
Sooner or later, you'll understand that I have your best interests at heart. Hopefully sooner.
How sweet. Now be a pal and help me get out of here, would you? We could figure out how to deal with them after I'm free.
I can guide you. No, don't guide me through anything. I'm gonna go through this completely blind. Don't guide me through anything. I still have a few more questions before I decide what to do. Slay the princess. Actually, I've changed my mind. I don't trust you. Wow, that's so quick. I still have a few more questions before I decide what to do.
Fine. What do you want to know?
How long have you been down here?
Too long.
Again, she offers no specifics. No matter how hard you try, you'll never get a straight answer out of her.
This must have been incredibly hard to, like, develop. With all, like, these dialogue options and, like, referencing other dialogue and... Let's see.
Don't jump to any weird conclusions. We're two people who have met each other. By definition, we have a relationship.
How would I get you out of here?
You can't. Don't bother.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. I'm sure there's a key somewhere around here, and if there isn't... well, we can always put that knife to good use.
Her sharp eyes settle on the edge of the blade. She isn't suggesting what I think she's suggesting, right? She is. I'm sure of it.
Okay, we've talked enough.
Oh? Have you decided what to do with me?
You know why you're here.
I know why, but I don't want to kill her. She's just jaded. You can slay the princess. I'm getting you out of here. I'm gonna keep you locked away down here, at least for a bit. We can get to know each other better while I decide what to do. Ooh, 3 very distinct options. I'm getting you out of here.
Oh, you have to be kidding me. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
If you don't have the key, maybe you should go looking for it. I'm sure it's somewhere upstairs.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
Or would they? And if there isn't a key, do you have any ideas? Besides me cutting you out of here? I'm gonna check upstairs. Maybe the key's still lying around somewhere up there. And if not, maybe I can at least find something to break you free. I'm gonna check upstairs.
I'll be here.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a
What?
lock sliding into place.
I got locked?
Is someone else here?
Try the door.
You try the door, but it's locked from the outside.
What the heck?
You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
They're forcing me? Hey, let me out of here!
Your shouts and pleas are met with silence. I'll repeat myself once again. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
Turn to the bottom of the stairs.
You make your way back to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd simply slain her like you were supposed to.
Isn't it like this game is very intense immediately? Isn't it kind of cool?
Easier for whom? Easier for everyone.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they? The knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here.
You won't like what happens if you do that.
Like, what does she mean cut her out of here? Ah, save the princess. Save the princess or slay the princess. I'm saving the princess.
Against your better judgment,
Oh my god!
place the blade against the princess's arm, just above the massive, unyielding chain.
Oh my god, that's pretty gory. Wow!
You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp and you make quick work of it. Before long, you're able to crack through bone, and she pulls the bleeding stub of her arm through the iron gauntlet.
Oh my god!
She didn't so much as utter a sound. Free from her bindings, the princess turns to face you, her fierce gaze meeting your eye.
How is she so composed after losing an arm? It's like she isn't even bothered by it.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
She's like totally chill about that. That's so unnerving. Look at that. Like she's got a little stub. Approach the locked door.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I just can't let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade.
Wait, I'm being forced? Oh look, I'm like an ugly troll monster thing.
Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
Look at that! Slay the princess like 8 million. Oh, this is cool! Warn her.
Stop that.
I thought this was a little too easy.
Your body lunges forward to sink the blade into her back, but the princess swiftly moves out of the way before you can connect.
Stop it. Stop resisting me. I am trying to get you out of here alive.
Resist.
The blade. Move the blade.
You're doing your best to help me, aren't you? I can see the conflict in your eyes. I'll make this quick.
She steps forward and pries the blade from your rigid hands.
Maybe I'll see you in another life.
Oh no, she's gonna kill me, isn't she?
And then she slits your throat with an almost clinical.
Wow, she's really good!
Her face remains unchanged as she watches you collapse to the ground, blood flowing from your butchered neck. This is the end, isn't it? I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark, and you die. I hope it was worth it.
Wow, great game, everybody! Oh, chapter 2. Nice! I was like, alright guys, that's the end of the
You're
game.
on a path
Great
in
stream.
the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Oh, it's starting from the beginning, kind of.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
This has got a bit of a Stanley Parable quality, doesn't it? Having like a narrator and having like looping events. Oh, the music is the music is different though. The music's a little bit more disturbing. I'm getting a terrible sense of deja vu. Wait, hasn't this already happened? Okay, no. But I died! What am I doing here? I'm choosing that.
I can assure you that you're not dead. And to answer your second question, you're here to slay the princess. I literally told you that a second ago.
Don't forget what he did to us the last time around. I wouldn't trust a word out of his mouth. There's got to be a way out of here, for us and for the princess. We just have to keep trying. I'm inclined to agree. If he doesn't remember what happened last time, maybe it's best to keep it that way. You know I can hear you two, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me.
Let's assume I'm telling the truth, and all of this really did already happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything? Proceed to the cabin. Turn around and leave. Skeptic, my beloved? Ooh.
Those are two very different questions, but fine, I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. You died last time, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me.
The absolute irony. Well, that's one way to put it, I guess. You really don't remember what happened last time, do you? You practically forced the princess to kill us.
That doesn't sound like the sort of thing I'd do, which is honestly all the more reason for you to not buy into whatever self-delusions the three of you are crafting. But this is a thought experiment, so I suppose I'll continue to give you the benefit of the doubt. If I did practically force the princess to kill you, it was probably for a good reason. Did you try and free her? Did you say something really mean to me?
Oh my god.
Because if I really did what you said I did, you probably deserved it. I'm a professional, after all.
Did you say something really mean to me? He's got like some sass.
Sure you are. Anyway, I believe your second question was, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. You forced the princess to kill us and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me. Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here.
Yeah.
Did time simply rewind itself? Or were you instead transported to a different world entirely?
That is a mystery.
If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died?
What did?
Do you think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would?
What a conveniently ambiguous group of things for her to ruin. For all we know, the princess left the cabin and never saw another soul.
See, yeah, that's true.
Oh, how I wish that were the case, but if the princess weren't a certain, inevitable threat to the world, the four of us wouldn't be here. And yet, here we are.
But like, wait, the four of us? Does he mean like with the four of us, it's the narrator, the skeptic, the hero, and then the princess?
You're talking in circles.
No, I'm talking in facts.
I guess proceed to the cabin again. See, it's hard to tell if he's being good or if she's
Before
like,
you go
I mean,
any
she's probably a little bit messed up. Maybe because she's looped around a lot. Maybe because there's been so many loops and she remembers them all. Who knows? Don't tell me. Don't spoil me on anything. In fact, I'm gonna type it in chat. No spoilers. No backseating. There. I'm making that. I'm pinning that to the chat. Important. There. Alright. But yeah, like, I mean, what if she just remembers every loop and she's just jaded? Like, you know? I'd be pretty jaded too. There's no proof that she's ruining the world or whatever.
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
There's no proof that he's a good guy. There's no proof he's a bad guy either.
Yes, don't believe a word she says. Just go in, take the knife, and do what you're supposed to. Wink.
Did you just say wink out loud?
No, I didn't. Wink.
Sorry, are we
Just
the
ignore
bad
this
guys?
clown and focus on the princess.
Proceed into the cabin. That's what triggers the restart at the,
The
end of the
interior
world.
of the cabin is less a cozy woodland retreat and more like a dungeon. A few pathetic wisps of starlight attempt to illuminate the cold, uninviting stone walls, and thick, wrought iron bars barricade the windows, reminding anyone who enters that this is a prison. The only furniture of note is an iron table, bolted to the floor, a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
He didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall. This whole cabin is different than the last time. You can approach the mirror and take the blade. You can enter the basement. I'm gonna approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime.
Wipe the mirror clean.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
What?
But there was a mirror a second ago, and now it's gone. If he doesn't want us to know about it, it must be important. We should keep our eyes peeled. Maybe it'll be back.
Interesting.
Very different. Yes, but why? Did he change it? Or did it change all on its own? Maybe it's a different cabin entirely.
Now isn't that a novel thought? Maybe you haven't actually been here before. I hope this means you'll finally drop your ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess.
Get out of here! I saw it myself!
So focus up. Don't get distracted by minor details.
Take the blade, I guess? Enter the basement.
I'm afraid I'm going to insist we take the blade. We're in a dangerous situation, and I'm not letting us go down there without a weapon.
No.
Are you sure? She killed us with it last time. What if she turns it against us again?
Yes, I'm sure, and I've already got a plan for that.
Oh, the skeptic has a plan.
Still with those past life delusions, are we? I hope part of that plan is don't give the world any monstrosity your only weapon, because unless you've decided to arm the princess, I don't think you need to worry about her having a weapon.
Peachy, we'll be fine.
Okay. I'm trusting you.
Normally, yeah, but not about this. Call it a reflex. We take the knife as we go.
Wonderful. You do exactly that, sweeping the blade from the table before proceeding to the basement.
I assume the narrator has some connection with the hero anyway, because I'm like 99% sure they're the same voice actor. I'm pretty sure the skeptic, the hero, and the narrator all have the same voice actor. Don't tell me if I'm wrong, but I'm like 99% sure. So there's some sort of connection there. Maybe.
Don't worry about it. We have a knife, so what? It's not like we have to use it. No, you don't have to do anything, but you do well to use it regardless. Moving on.
Alright, now we're going in the basement again.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an old stone staircase. A few sputtering torches attempt to vaguely illuminate your path, dancing across glimmering patches of slimy moss on the stone steps. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her voice, harsh but controlled, carries up the stairs.
Is that a visitor I hear? Please, come downstairs. It's been a while since I've had company.
Phantom Crustacean, hello! Thank you for subscribing! Yeah, I'm playing this game for the first time. I just started. And hello, Nagantios. Hello!
Does she remember us?
I'm very
You
much
walk
looking
down the
forward to
stairs
this.
and lock eyes with the princess. She looks up at you, the heavy collar around her neck clanking loudly as she moves. The chains binding both her wrists to the far wall, joining the metallic chorus as she adjusts her hands in her lap.
She's like even more bound up than the first time. That's crazy.
So much for cutting her out of here.
Yeah, like we'd have to cut off our head this time. Did the world readjust based on my actions? Don't tell me. They were like, oh, he's willing to cut her. So now we have to make sure that, like, if he does, she dies. Maybe that's what happened.
Do you hear yourself right now? Cutting her out of here never should have been on the table. Have you noticed the empty chain on the wall? Odd that in a place where everything seems to serve a distinct purpose, there would be something so obviously useless. That was there last time too, wasn't it? It was.
What an interesting development. Why don't you have a seat? The two of us should chat before you bury that thing in my heart.
I'm not sure I need to do much of anything. Do you see how locked up she is? I'm just gonna leave her here. then you can choose to sit with her and slay the princess. I'm gonna sit with her.
You step towards the princess, but she stops you before you get too close, holding up one shackled hand.
There's fine. I'd prefer we keep some distance until we've sorted this out.
That's reasonable. We do have a weapon. Might as well put her at ease.
Sit where you were told to sit.
You do as she asks and sit on the floor, still a good distance away from her.
Thank you. Now, what are your intentions for me?
My intentions? What do you mean? I've been here before. Am I the only one who remembers that? What happened after I died last time? That other chain on the wall. What was it for? What would you have me do? I think I'm just gonna leave you here, actually. You're not much of a threat to anyone locked up like that. Bye! And slay the princess. I mean, what if she does remember, like, dying? Because, like, remember, like, the first time around, she just gave, like, vague answers saying she's been here for a long time? What if, like, she remembers all the loops and she's just literally been here, like, every loop? There's so many intense questions right away. Like, it hasn't even been an hour and I have so many questions. I've been here before. Am I the only one who remembers that? I'm choosing that one.
Oh? Are we acknowledging that? I thought we weren't going to give away the game. But yeah, I remember.
Oh, chat, you're still covering up the text. Hold on, I'm gonna fix it. The princess talks that much. I don't want you to... Let's make you smaller. Let's make you smaller. I'm making you smaller. Now you're small.
I guess what you said back in the woods really was true. As much as I would like to remain in denial, it's no use. This has complicated things.
You tried to lie to me.
It's complicated things how, exactly? Ideally, this was supposed to be one and done. You go to the cabin, you heroically slay the princess, and in the process you save the entire world from being damned to oblivion. The situation right now, where you're getting a second shot at things, is a contingency.
Hmm?
A contingency for what? For you failing, obviously. And you being here means that things are going to be a lot harder than they were. I really shouldn't say anything else, I'm just going to make it worse. Just... good luck.
Now hold on, if you knew this could happen, why didn't you believe us back in the woods? Why lay out all those hypotheticals? We didn't have to talk in circles.
Wait, so like the narrator didn't know? Did he or did he not?
I needed you to believe this was your first time here,
Okay,
even if
he
that
did
wasn't
know.
the truth. I hoped if I pushed back hard enough I could cram this seeping mess back into the bottle. And maybe I wanted to be the first version of me that you met. I didn't want to be confronted by the alternative.
Oh, so he knew, but he doesn't remember. He just knows it happened.
That's pathetic. I never said I wasn't. I get it. It would be pretty upsetting, wouldn't it? To know that you might not be the first version of yourself. At least we can remember what happened before. Seems like we should count ourselves lucky for that. Exactly, he gets it. You're lucky, so don't waste that luck by messing it up again. All right?
Moving on. Why is it important for us to be ignorant? How is it ever helpful to be in the dark?
The more I say, the more your mind will swim into dangerous waters. Even saying that is too much.
It's so like cryptic.
Your success hinges on you having imperfect information. For the sake of the entire world, you need to accept that.
I won't.
Just give it a rest, this isn't helping.
Focus. This is a serious situation. You shouldn't be daydreaming.
after I died last time? Another chain on the wall. Alright, let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna ask what happened after I died last time.
Nothing happened. You died. I went upstairs. I couldn't leave. I found myself in a new place in chains again. More of them. And now you're back.
Is that really all she knows?
It's not like we have much of a clue about how things work. And she's probably even more in the dark than we are.
You're looking at me like I might be hiding something. I'm not.
I guess it's possible she really doesn't know anything. Maybe both of us are stuck in this loop without any idea why or how.
Yeah. What the heck? That other chain on the wall. Who's it for?
I don't know, but you could always try it on. Maybe it'll fit.
I hope I don't actually have to say this, but please don't lock yourself in chains. We need you ambulatory if you're going to save the world.
Yeah, that doesn't seem like a smart idea. You were asking about my intentions earlier. What did you mean by that?
Yes, your intentions. You have a knife. What are you going to do with it? Why are you here? There isn't a keyhole in these shackles, and I don't see any keys in your hands either. So I'm afraid my only way out is another surgical removal.
Is she forgetting about the shackle on her neck?
Or does she think she'd survive a beheading?
Oh my goodness. She's not afraid of anything.
You're right. Maybe she's delusional. All the more reason not to trust her.
Unless she really could survive.
Though I suppose you could just be here to kill me. But I don't think that's in either of our best interests.
Inspect the shackle. Am I supposed to cut you out? If you didn't notice, your head is in a shackle too.
No. Like I trust you to come any closer with that knife. All you're going to do is hand it to me and watch me work.
Wait, is she gonna cut her own head off?
But she would have to cut her head off.
Yeah.
Right? She can't be suggesting that.
She certainly seems confident. Maybe she knows something we don't.
I'm kinda curious.
Or maybe you should
Messed
consider
up,
the most
but-
likely scenario. She's bluffing so she can disarm you.
Though if she isn't bluffing, whatever she has planned might be for her benefit alone. There's no guarantee that what's good for her is good for us.
So, what should we do?
I don't know. I'm just spelling out our options, listing the pros and cons.
Then let me help you. I'll start with the cons. If you're handing her your weapon, the cons are that she might use it to escape and end the entire world. And she might use it to kill you. That doesn't sound great. What about the pros? There are none.
Get out of here.
The pros are that we can't trust him, possibly even more than we can't trust her. Whatever she has planned could do something to mess with what he has planned. Or maybe they're both screwing us over in their own ways.
Oh, my cat just jumped on my desk and like scared the heck out of me. Oh my god. Mochi, stop. Mochi. Mochi. If you hear fiddling around, it's my cat Mochi. She has decided she wants to be a part of this. Let's see. I'm not giving you a weapon. You realize that I have as much reason to distrust you as you have to distrust me, right? I'm not giving you a weapon. In case you've forgotten, you killed me with it last time. I can cut you out of here. I'm not giving you a weapon. Okay, I'm trusting you. Give her the knife. If you want to leave, I'm gonna be the one with the weapon. Deal with it. Wow, there's so many interesting options! You can cut her out yourself, you can give her the knife, or you can just not give her the weapon. I want to see what she does if I give her the knife. I'm kind of curious.
Slide it over.
What the heck happens if you do that?
No, absolutely not. I am not letting you hand your only weapon over to the world-ending princess. Until you come up with any other idea, like, say, I don't know, doing your job and slaying her, you remain rigidly in place.
You tried this last time. Do you want to know how it went for you?
Yeah, but she's still shackled up, like she's got to cut off her head.
Oh, I remember. She killed us, which, by your estimation, ended the world, right? Oh, already tried to take over her body.
Exactly. If I were you, I wouldn't be too keen on repeating your mistake. Hell, we could even force your hand and do it ourselves. I'm not afraid of dying again. Are you?
No.
A little. I think you got your point across. Fine. You slide the blade across the floor. The princess maintains unsettling eye contact as she reaches down to pick it up.
Thanks.
Yeah, like.
She pulls up her hair.
Oh no! She's
smiling
actually gonna do
slightly
it!
As she raises the blade to her throat. What is she doing?
Just cutting off her head. Oh my god.
She doesn't
She's
say
actually
another word
doing it.
as she cuts into her own neck.
Ah,
I guess watch in uneasy silence?
Her eyes stare forward, unblinking, as she soars through skin, veins, cartilage.
Oh my
At
god.
last she reaches bone, the blade grinding audibly against her vertebra as it continues to slice its way through her neck.
Oh my god.
I'll be damned. She's actually doing your job for you. Why would she do that? Huh.
so that's her play. Killing herself? She isn't dead yet.
Finally, you hear a snap.
Oh, that was
Her
gross.
eye twitches. There's an uneasy silence. She remains motionless for a long moment, her twitching eye the only movement in the room, until at last it stops in an unsettling half-wink. Her head twists slowly to the side, flopping to her shoulder, and her neck opens.
Oh my goodness.
The remaining tissue is not enough to hold the weight of her severed head. It stretches and tears until finally it falls to the floor, completely free. It bounces a few times before rolling to a stop at your feet. Oh no, oh no, oh no, what did we do? Can we put it back? Please tell me we can put it back. The princess's eyes stare up at you. Dead. Congratulations! You saved the world.
He's so happy about it.
Huh. So I guess that's it. What a way to go. But she is gone, isn't she?
I hate this. Can we just get out of here now, please? Of course, the princess is slain and the world is saved. Whenever you're ready, you can proceed to your reward.
Whoa.
Now hold on, she's dead. So what's the rush? What's your angle?
I don't have an angle. I'm just looking forward to putting all this behind us. I'm sure you can understand that.
Look, I'm just not ready to put my guard down. It's best to keep sharp. She wouldn't have done all that without some kind of a reason. She's left us with this dangling thread, and I need to know why.
I know. That's crazy what she just did. But there has to be something behind it.
You're just wasting your energy. The danger has passed, and now we can all relax and enjoy your reward.
Take the princess with you? What? You could just take her severed body or something? You still have to cut off her arms. What? Oh, you're just
Ugh,
taking the head.
Fine. You pick up the princess's severed head, its neck stump still oozing bodily fluids. Then make your way back upstairs to the first floor of the cabin.
Did you see that? I could have sworn she moved.
She's still alive. Oh my god.
She didn't. She's dead. But what if she's not? Are you listening to yourself? Do I need to explain to you why decapitation is lethal? The door to your bountiful reward is right in front of you. All you have to do is open it.
Oh, there's no choice? Leave the cabin and claim your reward.
You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom. Only a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is... Wait, no, that's not right.
Well played.
Blah! I got an achievement for free a prisoner.
This is the end of the world, isn't it? I always thought I'd at least have time to explain myself before I had to watch it happen. It's already... over? Is he gone?
What?
But we're still here. Maybe it wasn't the end of the world after all. Maybe it was just the end of his.
Oh.
Thanks for carrying me up here. I had to take it on faith that you would know what to do. I'm glad I was right to trust you. So, this is the outside. Maybe it's just my lack of body, but it's colder than I expected.
Blah! But you don't get the chance to respond. Something has taken her away, and it's left something else in her place.
She's gone. Where did she go?
The narrator is
Should
gone.
we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
I don't know where she went, and I don't know how we'd even go looking for her. The narrator is gone. I think I'm supposed to look at the mirror. Approach the mirror.
I'm begging you, don't do this.
The mirror never scared you before.
It's different now. It feels... I don't know. Finer.
You're right. Part of me wants the truth, but something stronger is holding me back. Fear.
Oh my goodness. You approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. It's you! It's you. You are alone in a place that is empty. It is quiet here. Proceed to the cabin. You are at the cabin. Approach her. Oh, look, she looks scary right now.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
What are you? The gift of a fragile vessel? Is this the end of the world? Let her out of there! Do you know the narrator? Are you what sent me to slay the princess? Are you what trapped me here? Do you know about the worlds beyond this place? Are you the princess? Do we know each other? What happens now? Attack the entity and destroy your body. Wow, these are crazy options. What are you?
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
Solitary lights? What do you mean?
Thoughts without connections. A dim and nascent network. I wish to be more.
What do you think I am?
I think that you are like me. We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
I don't understand. The gift of a fragile vessel?
Yes, nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond. Perspectives to make my own. This one is cold and cynical. She has protected herself when others could not. She will make for a clever heart. Do not mourn her. She doesn't need to be protected any longer.
Is this the end of the world?
How can the world have ended if we are talking?
Let's see. Let her out of there.
I'm sorry. There are some changes that can never be undone. There are some tears that can never be unshed. This is not a place that can hold a fragment of a concept. The moment she arrived here, she was going to return to me. I promise that it doesn't hurt.
Do you know the narrator?
You are the only thing I have ever known. The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
Then does it matter if it ends if it's just us? It's not like an entire people. Are you what sent me to slay the princess? Are you what trapped me here?
I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free.
Do you know about the worlds beyond this place?
I know only that they are.
Are you the princess?
She is part of me, and part of me is her.
You were always the princess, or are you just making her a part of yourself?
You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
Do we know each other?
You are familiar, but you are not me. I feel sadness, longing, hope as I witness you.
What happens now?
Nothing, as we are, but I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
Do you just redo the loops and then come back to her, maybe? Maybe that's it. Aren't you scared that I'll find a way to kill you?
I have not lived. I am not afraid to die.
How much will I forget?
Everything, until we meet again.
How many more pieces of you do I have to find?
More than you have found, but less than there are to find. I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home.
And what if I don't let you do this to me?
Then we will be here forever, as we are now. Unfinished, dry, hollow.
I was sent to slay the princess to stop her from destroying the world. If I help you, is that what you're going to do?
You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold.
My cat making noises behind me in the middle of this very cool scene. You're being semantic. What are you going to do if I help you?
How can I know? I am flickers in something sprawling and unilluminated.
I'm not going back.
If you need time, then I'll wait with you.
Wait forever.
You are as I am now, and forever is a long time to remain undone. I am not you, but I know that I would return before forever was finished. What textures will you weave for yourself to occupy forever? Will you place the images of you and I into a box for safekeeping? If you close that box, will you become another you in another world? An imaginary pattern repeating itself until it can no longer bear the weight of its hand-drawn cage.
This game is so much more complex than I was expecting.
You'll always come back to the box, because you'll always want to know what it means to be you. I will be here waiting by your side until you're ready to return to mine.
Oh! The game crashed! Or stopped? Was it supposed to end like that? Or did it just crash on me? It's supposed to end? It's supposed to end? What? Oh, that game got me good! Oh, that was cool! She's waiting for me to come back, so I have to do other things. Oh, that was crazy! Game just forces... That's crazy! Wow! I guess I'll start it back up again. No harm in playing for a little bit longer, right? I'm waiting for it to boot up.
You have returned to me.
Whoa!
Though you were gone mere moments, I never left your side.
Wow, it immediately remembers where it was at. That's cool! That's cool! Wow! Okay. Make me forget.
She asks that I tell you to remember her. You won't.
Ah! Everything goes dark, and you die. Now it's back to chapter 1.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Staying slow, no guiding, okay? No backseating, okay? No guiding. I want to figure it out myself.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
You can skip previously seen dialogue by hitting tab on your keyboard. Or on your controller? Tab? Tab. Does this auto skip this button right here? No, maybe not. Okay. Let's see. Alright, I guess we're gonna do slaying this time. Sweet! I've always wanted to off a monarch. Viva la revolucion! Oh,
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the...
proceed into the cabin.
The interior of the cabin.
Let's see, we're gonna skip through dialogue we already know. Yeah, okay. Take the blade.
You take the blade from the table.
Enter the basement. I just continued down the stairs the first time. Hi!
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Come on down.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
Let's see. Steel your nerves and step forward.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me? I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it.
I mean, that's a good point, honestly. She's able to survive even if you cut off her head, so, like, what is the point in even trying to kill her? We'll figure it out!
So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
What if she isn't bluffing? What if she kills us?
You go into this expecting to die, you're going to die.
Hesitating? Why don't you drop the knife and the two of us can be civilized with each other?
I'm not dropping the blade.
Then I'm not talking to you.
Squinted the princess while holding on to the blade? Why do that?
You stare at the princess, squinting. She squints back.
The two of you are gonna do this forever, aren't you?
Squints at the princess even harder.
You squint even harder.
He's so annoyed that I'm doing this.
So does she.
At least nobody's dying right now.
You're going to have to make a choice. You can't keep squinting forever. Eventually, someone is going to have to blink.
Slay the princess, I guess.
You charge the princess, blade trembling in your hand, but you've already lost the battle. She casually sidesteps your thrust before knocking you to the ground with a single blow from her elbow.
Is it because I hesitated?
We shouldn't have hesitated.
Ah, it's because I hesitated.
But she doesn't stop there. She kicks you a few times for good measure, the pointed tip of her shoes feeling like a pickaxe against your fracturing bones, making sure you stay down.
What the heck? I didn't realize hesitating would make her take advantage of me.
As you lie, crushed and broken on the basement floor, the princess kneels on your throat with the kind of weight you didn't think her slight frame could possibly possess. As you gasp for air, she eyes you with an intense curiosity. You shouldn't have let that fear creep into your heart. You had the upper hand, and now look at you.
Is this really the best you could do? Look at you. Completely broken. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little disappointed.
She applies more pressure, slowly squeezing what's left of your life out of your lungs.
This is the end, isn't it?
I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark, and you die.
I died. But we're looping.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin,
This isn't skippable.
and you're here to slay her.
Oops.
If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Let's see. She's gonna kill me again.
Again? People don't die twice. You haven't even met the princess, and I hardly think she'd be capable of killing someone as skilled and courageous as yourself.
Well, that's very sweet of you.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
You know I can hear you, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me. What does it matter what he knows? There's nothing we can do to stop her. She's just going to kill us again.
There's a new voice. Voice of the broken.
She is not going to kill you unless you let her. But slaying the princess and saving the world is going to be much more difficult than it has to be if you spend the whole time second-guessing yourself.
Oh, so options I already chose, are they red or is it the first option? No, okay. I guess proceed to the cabin.
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. We might as well just pledge ourselves to her and stop pretending we're capable of doing anything in this situation. She probably doesn't even need to try to overpower us.
She is strong.
Can we tone down the pessimism just a smidge? I'm not being a pessimist. I'm just being realistic. You're being annoying.
No.
Just ignore their bickering, and whatever you do, don't pledge yourself to her. I cannot stress enough how absolutely catastrophic that would be for everyone, yourself included. I agree. If she's wrongfully imprisoned, then we should rescue her, but if he's telling the truth, we shouldn't just hand her the world on a silver platter. Rescue her? Given the stakes of the situation, there isn't really a difference between rescuing her and pledging yourself to her. Either would be terrible. So please try to ignore both of those knuckleheads and focus on saving the world. Let's not make this harder than it has to be.
So I have to just not hesitate this time.
If that's what you want, I guess I don't have a say here.
I just have to not hesitate. I just have to take the knife and kill her. No thoughts, head empty,
The
all
interior of the
Whoa,
cabin is
different!
larger and more grandiose than its humble exterior would suggest. The only furniture of note is a massive marble altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
By the way, congrats on your newly announced VO role. Thank you! Yeah, I was really excited that it got announced today. I voice a character named Elk in East vs. Trails, alternative saga, which is coming out at some point. Very, very excited.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. Why do we feel so small?
We do feel kind of small, don't we? Just a little small.
We don't feel small. We are small.
Does that mean the princess is gonna be big? You didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall. Approach the mirror. Take the blade.
That's because there isn't a mirror. There's the altar, the blade sitting on the altar, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here. There's definitely a mirror. There isn't. Who cares if there's a mirror? We're all going to die anyway. And I'm sure that if we looked in there, we'd just see something sad and miserable looking back at us. We don't need any reminders of what we are. It would only make things worse.
He's so depressed.
For the last time, you're not going to die unless you let it happen. And luckily for you, there isn't a mirror, so no one needs to worry about confronting a grisly visage any time in the near future. Though, for what it's worth, if there were a mirror, I'm sure that you wouldn't find anything sad or miserable in it looking back at you. You probably look perfectly normal.
I look like
Probably.
a monster.
Do you not know what we look like? He knows. He just doesn't have the heart to tell us.
I care about whether I'm being lied to. There's a mirror. I want to look at myself. I want to see how handsome I am. It doesn't matter if there's a mirror. Let's say it doesn't matter if there's a mirror.
But it does matter. Don't you care if we're being lied to? If he's willing to lie about something as innocuous as a mirror, what else is he hiding from us? I'm not lying to you. Use your eyes. There is no mirror. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would a mirror even do? Let you waste time preening yourself instead of doing what needs to be done. But there was a mirror a second ago. We should count ourselves lucky. Some things are better left unseen.
Take the blade.
You take the blade from the altar. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
I wonder, if it's the skeptic that kept us from taking, not taking the blade last time and just entering the basement. I wonder if the broken would have let me just enter the basement without the blade. Well, I'm curious, but too late now. Enter the basement. How did we open the big door?
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a spiral staircase. Its steps almost as deep as you are tall. The smell of incense drifts up from below. For a moment, you almost feel at ease.
I like how the artwork is literally different every single time. What an incredibly, detailed game to have full voice acting and to have, so much different artwork. And the music is great too. What a well-crafted game.
Huh. This is actually kind of nice. It's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her booming voice rolls up the stairs.
I'm gonna save again. Maybe I should have saved before taking the knife, but whatever, it doesn't matter.
Is that a guest I hear? Don't linger on the stairs. Come down and witness me.
Well, she sounds evil this time.
You weren't kidding when you said it was booming. She wasn't like this last time. We need to get down there. She wants us to see her. We need to see her. Should we be worried about your sudden change in attitude? Just a few minutes ago you were going on about how pointless everything was. Now you want to go down there. It doesn't matter what that little voice says. He's not the one making the decisions. Though if his ramblings get you to the princess, they get you to the princess.
continue down the stairs.
Making your way down the spiral staircase is a time-consuming and exhausting effort, every step requiring you to clamber over one edge before dropping to the next. But soon the end comes into view, and you tumble to the bottom, entering the vast, temple-like room beyond. The princess towers over you, almost glowing in the weak starlight, her figure framed by a stained glass window. Her long hair billows around her, and a chain binds her wrist to the far wall.
That's cool!
The chain is nothing to her. It might as well be a toy for all the good it would do. I told you it was pointless to resist her.
The little bird has returned to me. I wonder what he wants. You've brought that knife again, even though you know it's useless. Such charming audacity. Drop it.
No. Tighten your grip. I'm not dropping it.
As if on command, the blade slips from your
Oh.
grasp. It clatters uselessly to the floor.
What the heck? Get out of here!
But we didn't drop it. We decided to grip it tighter, remember? Are you really just going to let that happen to us? I have a duty to report facts as facts, and the fact is that you dropped the blade. Of course we dropped it. She's so much more than us. You wouldn't understand what it feels like to be in her presence. Oh, I understand what's going on, and you'd better snap yourself out of it.
Kneel.
What the heck? I'm gonna say no, and she's gonna make me kneel.
Oh, are you still trying to defy me? I said kneel.
Your legs buckle, and your knees hit the floor.
She's so powerful. This I could believe could end the world.
That's my good little bird. Now, why don't we talk? The last time we met, you couldn't even scratch me. And yet here you are again, trying to succeed where you've already catastrophically failed. What draws you back here beyond the empty halls of death? Speak.
The last time we met? I suppose that lends credence to our conversation in the woods. Still, whatever you do, don't tell her why you're here. It's best not to give her any ideas.
I mean, am I even gonna have a choice in this? No.
Perhaps you need another lesson in submitting to your betters. Pick up that needle.
Do it. It's what she wants. No objections here. I don't know what she's planning, and I don't like that we don't know what she's planning, but we might as well pick up the blade. As your eye falls on the blade, you feel a weight. Some divine hand that sits unperceived by your senses, but that manages to push you towards its desires like an unseen puppeteer.
Oh, it won't even let me choose the other options. It forces me to pick up the blade.
You reach forward and grasp the blade.
Stand.
This one's easy. See? This isn't so bad. Okay, yeah. We can do that. We were probably gonna stand anyway.
Even the hero is giving in. Stand.
You can feel a creaking tension between body and will as you slowly rise to your feet, like two foes forced into an unhappy truce. The princess eyes you with soft contemplation. The moment seems to last a lifetime, the silent anticipation of what's to come dragging out the long, painful seconds. But all silences are broken eventually.
To define me is to claim we stand on level ground. We do not. You are quiet shadow, while I am brilliant radiance. Take that knife in your hand and slit your throat.
What? You don't have to listen to her. You're armed.
she's gonna
Just
make me
steel
kill
your
myself?
nerves, step forward, and end this.
End this. But that can be taken in multiple ways. End this as in end her or end me. I'm gonna have to kill myself. Oh my god.
Oh, we'll end this all right. Your hand lifts the blade and brings it towards your throat. Okay, I apologize for the unclear language. End her.
See? English has to be specific. Narrator? Slay the princess.
Your body is sluggish and unresponsive, actively fighting against you, but you do your best to stagger forward. One step at a time, you move towards the princess.
Slitting your throat would have been a mercy, but it seems you're in need of a harsher lesson. Plunge that knife into your lungs.
I'm sorry. Don't. As you take another step forward, the blade digs into your ribs, slicing through flesh with ease. It somehow feels like an entirely natural thing to do, while the simple act of walking has become an arduous impossibility. Then it slides back out, the wound burning as a small hiss of air escapes through the fresh orifice. Blood fills your lungs.
I can fix her.
Now, do it again. Keep doing it until I give you permission to stop.
Those are just words. You don't have to listen to her.
I wish I could agree with you.
It's what she wants.
The broken is messed up. The broken is broken in more ways than one.
You, heroic one, what are you doing? Don't just let this happen. Stop him from killing you. I'm on it. Your other hand locks around your wrist, struggling to keep it from perforating vital organs. But the blade still flails towards you, managing to slice bits of skin that plop to the floor to join the growing pile of blood and gore beneath you. Despite the pain, you manage to keep yourself in one piece, at least for now.
What a pitiful display. A wounded little bird, thinking it can defy a god. It doesn't have to be like this. It doesn't have to hurt so much. You can choose a gentle end. You can choose to leave that punctured vessel for the next.
I'm gonna try to slay the princess still.
Or you can
I have
pathetically
will.
struggle against yourself until the floor of this temple is painted with the bloody impressions of your futility.
I really like the writing in this game, by the way. I haven't mentioned it yet. I was talking about how it's really cool. It's fully voice acted, and the music is great, and the art is great. I like the writing, too. This is a very well-crafted visual novel.
You continue to approach the princess, even as the repeated gouges of your blade expose bone and muscle to the open air of the basement. You know, this would be a lot easier if you gave us a hand. My influence only goes so far, and I can only juggle so many things at once. The best I can do right now is to continue to drive you forward. Believe me, this whole ordeal would be so much easier if I didn't have to contend with free will. You're the one making things difficult. You're the one making us hurt. She doesn't want to hurt us. She's just doing what she has to.
Stop.
As you finish crossing the room, you fall to your knees at the princess's feet, your chest heaving as your blood pools in the crevices of the stone floor, the coppery taste coating your throat. The princess kneels down, lifting your chin with her finger as her face lowers to yours.
Oh, that's right, I'm small.
Your devotion is misplaced. You've surrendered to delusion. But something about your defiant spirit speaks to me. You are different than you were before. Perhaps, if you've learned your lesson, I can spare you from the release of death.
If evil, why hot? That's, you know what, there's too many evil people who are hot.
There's a place at my side for you, if you'll have it. Not as an equal, but as something worthy to be kept. A priest, perhaps, or a pet.
Well, that's the meaning, isn't it? Yes, how thoughtful of her. It's a mercy. Take it. I think he's given up whatever say he had at the start of all this. At least one of you is sane. She's within striking distance, and she's only negotiating now because she knows you have what it takes to put an end to her. Seize the moment before it's too late.
I don't know if I have what it takes. I have like chunks of myself on the floor. I'm basically like half dead already. I don't think I can slay her. I said no! Resist. You can't choose that option. I'm yours. Pledge yourself to her. Slay the princess. I'm gonna slay the princess.
No. Yes. Though your body trembles, struggling to defend itself in the face of the princess's overwhelming will, you finally manage to break through, darting to her side before she can react. The wind of your freedom rushes through you, and you channel it into a decisive blow, stabbing into the soft flesh of her ankle and severing the tendons in an act of unyielding defiance. She falls to the floor, crashing unceremoniously to her knees. But you don't give her any time to recover. Your heart pounding with determination, you plunge your blade into her chest. As you find your target again and again, she laughs, crude emotion breaking through her once stony composure as your blade cuts her flesh.
My.
We can do this, can't we? You always could. The decision to give you this task was not made lightly. You're here for a reason.
It's not too late to pick up the pieces. It's not too late to toss that blade aside and beg for forgiveness.
Shut up.
I can't believe you would actually strike me. You
heathen! You worm! You defiler! You don't know the consequences of your arrogance!
Before you can strike the final blow, the princess lashes out, knocking you off your feet. There's an unsettling wet pop as your spine
Oh my
breaks,
God.
numbness and pain spreading through your body. As you rebound towards the ceiling in a moment of disorientated lightness, she drives her fist into your chest. Your body is crushed as she pulverizes you into the floor, the ground itself breaking from the impact. You lie there, broken, beyond pain, unable to even see what she's done to you. But the princess is succumbing to her own wounds as well. She looks down upon her body in abject horror and disgust.
You made me use my hands. I can feel myself twisting into something new, something dull, something defiled. What have you done to me?
You're monsters and conspirators. I can't bear to watch this.
Oh, broken. Get over yourself.
The princess has been nothing but cruel to you. You should feel liberated by her fall.
But I don't feel liberated. I feel empty.
Aside from the pain, I feel fine. She collapses to the floor. Her glassy eyes watch, unblinking, yet somehow still full of anguish and fear, as the two of you perish together.
I got the God Killer trophy.
I suppose we were never gonna get a happy ending here, were we? Don't let those be your final thoughts. You saved the world. That's worth something, I guess. Regardless of how you feel about it, it's finally over. Thank you. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Chapter 3! I got past chapter 2! Oh, it's all messed
We're on a
up though.
path in the woods. And at the end of the path... Okay, what the hell is that?
I know there's multiple save files, I'm just being lazy. I could always fast forward, but yeah, what is that?
I
Continue
think he's
sobbing.
upset. And what's he got to be upset about? We just killed a god.
Oh, there's another one. The stubborn.
Exactly. You heathens destroyed the most beautiful thing that ever was and ever will be.
Can't say I have much sympathy for you. She was bad for us and you almost got us killed. You're being too generous. He did get us killed. Alright, enough chatter. Got a thing I'm supposed to do, and if you don't mind, I'd like to do it without any more interruptions. Okay, great, you're listening. You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a... If your thing is telling us about the princess, don't waste your breath. We know all about her, and it's hardly a path in the woods at this point, is it?
Yeah, it's not very woodsy now. It's very fleshy, very creepy looking.
Look, If the world around you is changing, especially all the way out here, then that means you're nearing the point of no return. Whatever happens next, that's it. There won't be any more do-overs. So you'd better take things seriously.
Really? No more dope? No more do-overs. Feels like I'm being pulled in 100 different directions. You'd better all listen to me when the time comes to make a choice. If we hit this point of no return you mentioned, what happens? No matter what happens next, it seems like our answers are at the cabin. We might as well see this through. Silently proceed to the cabin. I'm done with this. Bye! What happens if I choose that? I don't want to. I want to choose something cool. Let's see. If we hit the point of no return you mentioned, what happens?
Then what happens? Have you even been listening? It's the end is what happens. Yeah, but is there something after the end? How am I supposed to know? The end means finality. It's not like I can just peek on over to the other side and tell you what it's like there. If there even is a there, it doesn't matter because we're going to win. Now that's exactly the sort of mindset I like to see. Don't let yourself be consumed with self-doubt. Don't flirt with oblivion. Just focus on the present and everything will be absolutely fine.
No matter what happens next, it seems like our answers are right at the cabin. We might as well see this through. Let's go. Ooh, you can get the
Good.
fleshy
We're all on the
footsteps.
same page. It isn't long before you find yourself at the end of the path, staring up at the cabin on the hill. You'll find the princess within, as I'm sure you already know. End her. That's it? No final words of advice? I'd rather not waste any more time. I'm sure that any advice I'd give at this point is something you've already heard.
If there's still a princess at the cabin, maybe we can salvage things. Maybe if we just grovel and apologize, things can go back to how they were before.
Oh, yeah. He's so annoying. You're annoying.
Oh, cut it out, will you? We need to be tough right now, and you're making it so much harder than it has to be, so stop whining.
I want to save the princess, but I think we have to do a bunch of crazy stuff in order to save her. Like maybe slaying her is saving her? I don't know. Proceed into the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is a place that feels long forgotten. There was once an elegance to its construction, carved marble columns holding a high arched roof, vaulted windows letting in the weak starlight. But that is how it was. Now there is a growth that has overtaken it. A viscous fluid seeps from cracks in the stone walls, and it congeals into chaotic streaks of writhing nerves and wet clumps of living meat.
Ah! Very Song of Zaya.
That's horrible. You did this. The only furniture of note is a pulsating pedestal, a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
It's that mirror again. This time it's blocking the door. You didn't mention the mirror last time either. Why? How are we supposed to get to the basement? There's no door. There's just a mirror where the door used to be. It's that mirror again, and this time it's blocking the door.
A mirror? There is no mirror. We've done this already. Try to keep up. The repetition is maddening. I don't know what to tell you. There isn't a mirror because I would know if there was a mirror. You're either seeing things or you're confused on the definitions of door and mirror. Or you're seeing things. That seems far more likely. What are you trying to say exactly?
He thinks we've lost, that we're succumbing to madness, that something in us has broken.
That the something in you has broken, to be sure.
That's an unnecessarily melodramatic way to describe a hallucination, but sure. I'm not going to waste time arguing with any of you. It's in our way. Let's just smash it.
Explore, take the blade. I'm gonna should I approach the mirror? Take the blade or approach the mirror. mean, you don't have a choice but to approach the mirror this time. So I guess I'll take the blade first.
You take the blade from the pedestal. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Good. Nothing feels better than gripping cold steel.
Cold Steel the Hedgehog. Approach the mirror.
You step forward and approach the door to the basement, hesitating before you open it. As if you don't see it. You really don't, do you? How strange. It's a bit grimy. Why don't we wipe it clean? Wipe what clean? Are you still on about that mirror? It's not real. I'd know about it if it were real. No, we can't doubt our eyes like that. It has to be real.
I wonder why the narrator can't see the mirror. It's very interesting that he never sees it.
Smash it. Smash it to pieces. It's the only thing keeping us from her.
Don't you want to know what we'll see in there? We won't be able to see anything if we smash it. I'm with him on this one. Smash it. Let's get violent already.
Stubborn.
Do whatever you want with it. The mirror isn't real, so how you handle it doesn't matter, aside from wasting dangerous amounts of time.
Wipe the mirror clean?
You reach forward and drag your hand across the door leading to the basement.
Oh,
As if on command, it slowly slides open, scraping against the stone floor, its ancient hinges moaning as it reveals the dim path ahead. Why am I not surprised? You step forward into the darkness. The stairs leading down to the basement are at once both narrow and grandiose. A high-vaulted ceiling stretches up into a gloom beyond your sight, while walls wet with tumorous growths press in uncomfortably at your sides. You feel both unprotected and trapped, at once exposed and claustrophobic. The air is thick, its odor an oppressive violence, the metallic scent of fresh blood twisting with the nauseating embers of charred remains. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
I might not read the chat at this point. There's a little too many words going on in this chat that keep guiding or spoiling. I might close the chat.
Her voice, a bellowing
I don't want any
rage,
spoilers.
roars up the stairs.
Was severing the tendons of my ascension not enough for you? Was it not enough to rend my divine heart? Come, see the horrors you've wrought upon my flesh, and feel my hands set upon your throat. See how you've soured my once divine melody.
Oh,
She's so angry with us. Why? Why did you desecrate her? Why couldn't I stop you?
You've got to stop thinking about her like that. It isn't doing anyone any good. She's not some untouchable god. She's an
she does seem to get increasingly stronger
going to
with
put
every
an end to
single
her
entry,
once and for all.
with every single loop. She's like stronger and angrier. Like she definitely remembers everything, and I'm like, ah! I just want to be kind to her, but she keeps being more evil.
Whatever she is now is our fault. If she's an abomination, then what does that make us?
It doesn't matter what we are. She needs slaying, and we've got the means to do it, so let's get a move on. If I might interject, you didn't make her into an abomination. She's always been what she is. It's why you're here, and it's why your task is so important.
Continue down the stairs. Continue
You
down the
make your way
fleshy
to the bottom
stairs.
of the stairs. The chamber's walls are painted in blood, a deep, sickening red that drips down in clotted streams onto the charred corpses that make up its floor. This place reeks of torment, of ripped skin and burning bone.
This is crazy.
The princess stands in its center, muscles flayed and bare and weeping, draped in a tattered dress of her own skin. Her heart beats from its place in her open chest.
Do you know what I'm going to do to you?
There's not so much a moment of hesitation before she steps forward. Her chains pull taut, holding fast as she strains against them. The cuff around her wrist digs deeper into her skin. Blood drips from the place where metal meets flesh.
I mean, like, she could, like, I don't even know why they even have these chains here. Like, she can easily, like, just cut herself out of it. Like, she's fine.
Then, with a nauseating sound, the skin tears. It plops to the ground, and she pulls her red, glistening arm free from her bindings.
She's literally got flesh, like, she just literally tore her flesh off.
She is loose, and she is coming for you.
Let her end it. It's the punishment you all deserve for what you did to her. It's the punishment I deserve for letting it happen.
Screw that. We can win. We've done it before, and we'll do it again, only this time we'll make it out the other side. Hell, she's practically done most of the work for us.
I don't know about that. She's pretty OP. What happened to you? Wait, we don't have to do this. I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry for what I did to you. Please, just listen to me. I'm going to end you. Slay the princess, or let her end you. I wanna hesitate. I'm kind of hesitating, you guys. I don't think it matters. I think that she's gonna kill me regardless. I don't want to hurt her. I don't want to hurt her. What do I do? Wait, we don't have to do this.
You're right. We don't. But I want to. So badly.
She bounds across the room, her fists ready, her heart set upon your destruction.
Oh yeah, don't let me spoil the game for you if you want to play it yourself. It's really, really good so far. So yeah, definitely enjoy the experience on your own.
With a horrifying squelch, you are unwound.
Just opened me into a billion pieces.
No, that's our stuff. She can't just do that.
That's our stuff? What do you mean?
She just did. Unfortunate, I know, but reality is reality.
You should all just be grateful she's decided to keep us alive. Even in her defilement, she is merciful.
We're not out for the count just yet.
I just need to slay her next time, huh? You damn cheater! Give me my insides back! I killed you last time. I swear on everything that I'm going to find a way to kill you again! I only killed you last time because you were going to end the world. We can talk ourselves back from this ledge. I'm sorry for what I did to you, but you did horrible things to me too. Where is all of this supposed to end? We can't just keep killing each other forever. There's no time for words. Step forward and engage your enemy. Can you still engage even at this point? I don't think she'd like this response. I'm sorry for what I did to you, but you did horrible things to me too. I don't think so. Alright, I'm choosing this one. Where is all of this supposed to end? We can't just keep killing each other forever.
But the words don't leave your metaphorical mouth. Instead, all that leaves you is a wet and horrible gurgling as tissue vibrates out of place. Our metaphorical mouth.
You don't have the means to speak anymore, do you? How tragic. It is tragic, though, isn't it? I'm not satisfied dividing fear and indignation from your eyes alone. A quivering mound of flesh is no companion.
She snaps her fingers, and the basic form of a vocal system assembles before you.
Oh my god, I'm just literally a flesh thing.
Now, little bird, what was it you wanted to tell me?
I'm gonna keep doing this. Wait, it's slightly different this time. It's not killing each other, it's torturing each other. What's your endgame here? Are we supposed to keep torturing each other forever? We have to stop hurting each other. I'm sorry for what I did, okay? We have to stop hurting each other.
Hurting each other. You've already taken my capacity for pain. You're the only thing left that hurts here.
Just submit already. What is there left for us to do?
It's hopeless. Submit. Well, no, I can't choose the other option. I wonder if these options become available if I do more things. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. It's hopeless. Submit.
Yes, it is hopeless. This is what we deserve.
Pathetic. I can't believe we have to share a body.
Let's see how deep we need to dig to find the defiant little spark of your soul. This will hurt you.
Something infiltrates you. Though you do not see it, you feel it, slithering into your disaster of a body, seeping into the gaps between your molecules. The body of a sapient creature has, on average, 30 trillion cells. And each one of those cells is composed of 100 trillion some odd atoms.
Is that true? That's crazy.
One of those cells is peeled from the others. 100 trillion atoms are gone.
What?
Are you still there? Are you still you?
Yes? I think. Then 2 are peeled away. Then 4.
This is nothing. Nothing.
8. 16. 32. 64.
Whatever is happening to us, it's happening faster.
128. 256. 512.
Are you still there? Are you still you?
1024. 2048. 4096. 8192.
I feel small. Smaller than before.
16,384. 32,768. 65,536.
You can't just count us into oblivion.
131,072. 262,144. 524,288. What happens when it gets higher? Like, really higher?
Nothing. Just like nothing's happening now.
But something is happening now. Something in us is liquefying. Something that started small but that keeps getting bigger.
1,048,000. The hundreds don't matter anymore.
Are you still there? Are you still you?
2,096,000. 4,192,000. 8,384,000.
I love this slow counting up. This is so creepy.
I don't like this waiting.
It's so creepy.
Waiting for something to happen. But it's taking so long.
16,768,000. 33,536,000. 67,072,000. Your eyes are useless. 134 million. The thousands don't matter anymore. Your blood begins to go places it shouldn't.
Are you still there? Are you still you?
There's the pain. I can feel it now. But we can handle this. We can't let her win.
And what else are we supposed to do? Nothing.
We can't handle anything. We're at her mercy.
268 million. We don't need to count anymore. Your lungs fill with liquid. You smell things you shouldn't. You choke on pieces of what used to be you.
doesn't matter, because we're still alive.
You are deconstructed. You are reconstructed. A square you, a round you, a you with too many legs, a you with many mouths which won't stop screaming. Then all of it pressed into a ball, tightly packed into the size of a fist. What does you even mean anymore? We just keep changing into horrible things we can't control. Make it stop, please. Make it stop. Please make it stop.
You means we exist. There has to still be a way for us to win. Otherwise this would be pointless, and all this torture would be for nothing.
Oh, but I don't know. I don't think there's a way.
You're right about one thing. It is torture. But it isn't pointless. The whole point is that it's torture.
Are you still there? Are you still you?
No.
Yes.
The ball is unraveled into the shape of a body. The skin peels off in a corkscrew. The eyes are plucked. The organs arranged in the air in a neat row.
Are you still there? Are you still you?
No.
Yes.
You are stretched into a line 12 feet long, then 24, then 48. The line gets thinner as you get longer. A mile. 2, 4, 8.
The stubborn being characteristically stubborn and holding on to his humanity is very cool.
Are you still there? Are you still you?
Yes.
16, 32.
Oh no, even the
64.
stubborn is giving up.
No.
And then, all at once, there is a great rewinding, and all of the disparate threads that once were you fall dutifully back into place. You are whole again, and in your body, the same body you arrived in. The princess stands before you, her dress of skin more tattered than before, her face sullen.
It's all hollow. I ripped you to pieces. I broke your will. But it means nothing. I am forever a piece unfinished. A song with no refrain.
Oh, only option. There's nothing for you to say.
We're so different. How could I ever hope for you to understand me?
She stands, arms outstretched, neck craned, gaze transfixed on something unseen above you both.
But perhaps there is a way to grant you understanding. Perhaps there is a way to make myself whole once more.
You are unwound again. But it's different this time. Nothing slithers into your cells. You can feel something changing inside of you. But you see her changing too. Threads, strands of you, becoming pieces of something new. Something that's both you and her. Oh no, absolutely not. You have to stop this. Do you hear me? You have to stop this, or the entire world ends.
I can't stop it. There is nothing left to stop anything. Your consciousness drifts towards hers.
Yes. Yes! See me as I have had to see you!
You do. You see a towering heart, wounded and alone. One that is familiar to you, but distant.
No, this isn't right. I feel cold.
Well, the tethers that started to form between you have snapped. Your union has been halted. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns. Approach the mirror. So she wants to connect, but something is stopping us right now. Silence as you approach. Gaze into your reflection. The bloat. You've grown is what it says. You've grown. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin. You are at the cabin. Approach her.
Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before. Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
Are you the same being you were before? How much have you changed? What does it feel like to change like this? When this is all done, do you know what you want to do? You know that at the end of this, once you're finished, I'm going to kill you, right? When I go back, it's as if an invisible wall closes around me. Why can I not do the same things I've done before? You have been kinder to me than anyone else I've met. Thank you. You have been kinder to me than anyone else I've met. Why? What do you want me to bring you next time? Do you have any thoughts on this vessel? I don't want to hurt you, but the more times I go back, the worse I fear things will be. Oh my goodness. This is so sad. Oh, my roommate just knocked on the door. Yes? No. My roommate just came in and asked if I ordered a rug, and she was holding a rug. I did not order a rug. What do you feel about me? These vessels I've been bringing you, I've hurt them. How many more vessels do I need to bring you? I'm ready to go back. Attack the entity, destroy your body. Oh my goodness, there's so much to say here. Wait, did you choose this game for Valentine's? No, I didn't actually. I just kind of chose it by coincidence. Also, side note, I'm loving this somber read you're giving the narration. Oh, thank you.
Is a child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but I am the same.
What does it feel like to change like this?
Eyes close in reflection. Perspectives meld together, and the breadth of my experience stretches to new corners. There are contradictions, conflicts in my nature, and there are familiarities that bind everything together. It feels correct. This is what I need to be. This is the only path forward.
When this is all done, do you know what you want to do?
With every gift you bring me, I excavate the alleys of what I am meant to be, and every exploration yields new and complicated truths. What I will be is different than what I am. What I am is different from what I was. I cannot tell you what desires I will hold when I have changed. But in this moment, all I want is to know myself and to know you.
You know that at the end of this, once you're finished, I'm going to kill you, right?
There is still much to be seen. Neither of us know the depths of our being. Perhaps at the end of this, I will be the one to kill you. Or perhaps we will leave this place together and find new horizons to discover.
When I go back, it's as if an invisible wall closes around me. Why can I not do the same things I've done before?
Those paths lead to worlds you've already seen, and to perspectives I have already made my own. They are useless to us now, inaccessible. The only paths of value are those that are yet untread.
Oh, that's interesting. So they literally, if you've already done something, it won't even give you the choice to do it again. I quite like that, gameplay-wise. You have been kinder to me than anyone else I've met. Thank you.
Why wouldn't I be kind to you? You are the only thing I know that isn't me.
What do you want me to bring you next time?
Gifts aren't what someone tells you to bring them. My joy is in seeing what you choose. There are no wrong answers, and every perspective illuminates my shadows and shares new secrets.
Do you have any thoughts on this vessel?
This one is desecration. She placed the weight of her agony on you, yet it is she who unwound herself. There is passion and empathy buried under her unfeeling skin. She will make for a weathered heart. Do not mourn her. She has finally found peace.
So you don't have any... Oh, wait. Oh, this is new choices. Everything you say feels like a riddle. Can you give me a single straight answer? So you don't have any preferences on how you'd like to change or grow? I don't want to hurt you, but the more times I go back, the worse I fear things will be. It'll probably be like this.
The vessels are shaped by memories of you, but their impulses are drawn to the edge of the long quiet. To them, you are a gate to something more, and any hurt you've caused them is understood as a fair price for freedom. But they are only thoughts and perspectives. They are not me. The wounds they've suffered carve texture around my heart. Without them, I would be as I was before. I would be alone and without sensation. I could not feel the joy of having you by my side, for I would not know your absence.
Everything you say feels like a riddle. Can you give me a single straight answer?
I'm sorry. Words are difficult for me. They never fully weave what I wish to say. If you do not like my answers, then you need not ask me questions. The vessels you choose to bring me carry far more meaning than anything words could say in the spaces between.
So you don't have any preferences on how you'd like to change or grow?
My preference is for you to show me what you would like me to see. I cannot know the ways I wish to grow, for I have yet to feel them. It is you who guides me down the thin trail of perspective and memory.
How many more vessels do I need to bring you?
If I am to be an ocean, you have nurtured me into a pond. My waters are shallow and murky, and I yearn for more perspective. You will have your rest in due time, and I am sorry for the burdens I place on you.
I don't want to attack the entity or destroy my body. There's still a lot more to do, so I think these are wrong decisions. I'm ready to go back.
I will long for your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
Everything goes dark, and you die. Alright, you guys, as...
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin.
As much as I really, really want to play this game, as much as I really, really want to continue this game, it's quite beautiful and so much more than I was expecting. It's a lot more than what I was expecting, actually. I'm completely in love with this game. I have to get up really early tomorrow for work. And I also streamed earlier today. I woke up early to stream early, so I'm gonna call it here and just sort of absorb everything that's happened so far. Because there is quite a lot to absorb and think about in this game. It's so much more complex than what I was expecting. Thank you for hanging out with me for this one. It's quite beautiful. I really, really like this. It's such a well-crafted game in every regard. I'd heard good things about, I'd heard it was good. I didn't know what was good about it. And now that I'm playing it for myself, it is good. But I think this game will be easier to pick up in another stream, at least, thankfully, just by how it's written. It's very user-friendly, so you understand why it's so highly praised now. Oh yeah, absolutely. This is a wonderful game, and I feel like I haven't, like, I know there's still more to do, but I feel like I've hit such a heavy emotional, like, so many, like, emotional beats already. I can't imagine how this thing will end. But I'm very much looking forward to it, so, I need to figure out some stuff, like my schedule for next week outside of streaming, and then, yeah, I'm gonna try and stream this again next week. Maybe Thursday? I don't know. Maybe Thursday just to make it a solid week. But yeah, I really, really, really like this game. I think it's wonderful. So, thanks for hanging out with me, you guys. Which route was her first? I didn't want to kill her, and she cut off her hand, and then she killed me. She slit my throat. Alright, you guys. I'm gonna talk to you later. I will see you on Saturday? Sunday? One of them. Whatever. For Resident Evil, which is a decidedly less deep game. Resident Evil is not quite so deep. But yeah, I'll see you guys later, alright? Have a good night or morning, wherever you are, afternoon. Bye!